If we want to feel hopeful about the world and what's possible, then we need to start with education.
I have a vested interest in education, a family history, brother that's a teacher, mother that was a teacher, father that's a teacher.
Because education is quite literally our future. We need to make sure that children of all ages are engaged and educated about their world, because if they don't, then we won't have any more world.
Well, I think that education in San Francisco Bay Area and in America in general is clearly the most important thing that affects our youth.
Because I am an educator and I educate in new ways. I specifically teach science.
Because it's about the future.
I came from an education background that sort of failed me, and self-educating myself really worked. So looking at what worked there and just letting kids create and find the ways to teach themselves and learn themselves is I guess that's it.
It's important to me because I think that kids, if enabled to discover knowledge on their own, will become far more empowered than anything we can teach them through a textbook manually.
I was lucky enough to be in all kinds of special weird kid programs as a kid, and I feel as I'm older now, seeing people who didn't get all that weird, quirky education, how lucky I am. So people should keep reimagining.
Seeing the crisis American education is in right now proves that we do need to come at it from a totally different angle. We have to start reimagining things to provide the opportunities and the education to all children in every zip code that we should be.
It's important for my kids, it's important for the economy, and it's important for people to be excited about learning.
The money for education is going away very quickly, and we need to reimagine how to give our kids a new way to think and a new way to learn.
Because it's broken.
Despite all the disagreements people have about education, one thing we all can agree on is that it needs to change and the paradigm needs to change. So this event is an effort to talk about some of the ideas that are bubbling up that are really promising, that can help us rethink the way that we educate students and just think about learning in general.
I just love any ideas that A, give students autonomy, and 2, project-based learning. Those are my 2 big things.
Sort of reimagining the school day, so you don't necessarily think of learning as only happening in the class, in your seat, certain hours of the day, but actually throughout the day.
Awesome.
Teaching compassion. And while some people might think that doesn't sound like a topic that would be necessarily tied specifically to the classroom, maybe particularly in public school, compassion, I think, is one of the fundamental concepts that sort of will drive whether children, as they grow up, feel invested in solving the problems that we were just talking about.
One thing that I do is bring hands-on scientific discovery to mix in with the normal science curriculum.
Touch all the way through and make the learner the center of the institution for a change.
Gaming software. Kids will play games all the time, so they need to learn and play at the same time.
It's really giving kids the tools that they have everywhere outside of the classroom that we would like to have them outside of the classroom, and using those the best they can to express what they've learned and teaching them to use those tools to express what they've learned rather than just consume.
The idea of bridging learning settings, and it's about using technology to empower learners to learn anytime, anywhere. And I think we really need to think about learning in terms of, the experience and really letting it be like a 360-degree experience for students.
Using digital media tools like video, audio, Google Maps, etc. In part of learning.
Sharing the findings that you have with schools and communities and learning from all over the world.
The most important in my mind is a better and more innovative use of data within and around schools.
The use of video, and particularly the use of video as an interactive tool in the classroom and as a way to augment the educational experience. And I've heard
Actively teach empathy and build compassion in our students. I think that has the potential to change the world more than anything else that we could do.
There should be chips in children's heads so that we can control their thoughts and always know where they are. And Yeah, that's about it. Once you have that, you have everything.
Cool. Thanks a lot.
No
That's
problem.
Awesome.